podcast world. What's good, family? You already know the name, man. Pace and Plays podcast here. We're gonna go ahead and give you that NFL divisional playoff round picks and predictions, man. Hit the like button if you like it, man. If you really been messing with the movement, bro, definitely hit the like button, man. Subscribe, pass the run around. Four remaining games left. Four left, man. Bittersweet feeling, but hey, man, there's still money to be made. So let's get right into it, man. The two Saturday games and there's two Sunday games, and I'm gonna give you a teaser idea. Okay, I got y'all. So let's get right into it. We got Saturday games. We got the Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos. Broncos. Some books 1.5 point favorites. Some books plus 1.5 point favorites. And some books, both teams on the money line as a pick 'em. Don't really matter to me. Buffalo Bills to win and cover. I'm going with the Bills. I'm going with Bills Mafia. I'm convinced, bro. What I saw from last week when I picked the Jags, and I thought the Jags were going to win the game, and Josh Allen just was Josh Allen, bro. I mean, he does what he does best, bro. He wins. When the game matters and the game is in his hands, he finds ways to win, and you have to respect it. Now, this Broncos team, I do think there's a little concern. Well, they are a younger team, dealing with a first round bye. And I usually fade teams that got a first round bye. I think it makes sense now why you fade them because they have that rest factor. And the Bills now, they feel more confident, especially after getting that tough win in Duval County, man. Josh Allen, it's crazy that I think like when you think of like manifestation stuff and like you manifesting things, like he became an MVP not long ago, right? We know about that. But now we see with him having a kid, with of course we know Haley Steinfeld was fine, and we see what she's doing, right? Emmy Globe winners and nominations for centers, and that's one of the biggest things we know about. You combine that together, bro. You know Josh Allen's hungry to Super Bowl. That's just kind of how I look at it. This is the year. I mean, no Mahomes, no Burrow, no Jackson. You only have to worry about Bo Nix, CJ Stroud, and Drake May. You've been the more proven guy, and I do think this Bills team is good. Now, what I do like though, looking to James Cook, rushing props. I would even look at an anytime touchdown, man. That's how I'm feeling with it. I will probably, and this is a team with the Broncos, they could get passed on as far as, like the middle of the field with their linebackers. I would maybe look at a Dalton Kincaid props. I know Knox is a thing. If Brandon Cooks, I know his over did hit, but that's because his over was like 19 and a half last week, and he caught that crazy 37-yard pass. So I would look into some props. I might lean towards I don't know what Bo Nix completion, like his actual completion over under is. I would look into maybe something like that going under. Because I do think this Bills secondary is kind of greedy. They're kind of really stingy. Tre'Davious White has been playing. Listen, for a guy that I thought was done years ago, he's he's starting to play pretty good. And McDermott is pretty good with his secondary. So I have to give him that. If anything, the secondary is always pretty solid. Bill's got an okay offensive line. I know when you go to Mile High, you have to think about the altitude. You got to be conditioned. But my thing is, if you're conditioned like the Bills are, you're able to run the ball. And you can run the ball on this Broncos team. We just seen the Raiders, who's the worst team in the NFL, do it to them twice. I mean, Genty last time they played and went off against them. So I don't see how it's not possible. But I'm just not a big Bo Nix fan too. That's also my thing. And also with the first round bye thing, if you ever realize Sean Payton, when he has these first round bye advantages, he does complete dog crap with them. And that's why I think the Bills, no matter what's going to happen, Bills should win this game. They beat the hottest team. Well, now it's Houston, but they beat the hottest team entering the playoffs. Oh, and that Jags team beat the Broncos too. You think they're not going to look into what they did? You just have to realistically look at stuff like that. Give me the Bills to win and cover this game. Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks 7.5 point favorites. 49ers to cover, Seahawks to win. Divisional dog, man. You know I'm going with the divisional dog again, bro. I mean, The last game, to be honest with you, if San Fran scored maybe what was it, 1.5? Okay, 2.5. But if San Fran scored, it would this at least one touchdown. It would have been more of a conceiving okay game. But that tells you that this defense for the 49ers plays hard, bro. The injury list is like up to here, bro. Like it's crazy. But Salah has been coaching this defense pretty good. And I've heard somebody, a fellow YouTuber, say that Shanahan should be coach of the year. I mean, I'm not fully agree on it, but I can see why they think that because of all the situations that's been going on with the 49ers. And listen, I tell you this, if Sam Darnold passes the ball more than like 25 times, I think the 49ers have a legit chance to win this game. Because I've seen it where Sammy's moving the ball down the field and tries to throw the ball in the end zone and it's an interception. I mean, we've seen it numerous times this season, and this should be a great game. So, like I mentioned, though, I got the 49ers to cover, but Seahawks still win. Sunday games, we got the Houston Texans at the New England Patriots. Patriots -3 point favorites. Give me the Texans to win and cover. Is this going to be a popular pick? Absolutely not. It won't be. And that's fine. And that's a-okay. But what I look at is this. The Chargers gave Drake May a run for his money. Chargers defense did what they were supposed to do. Okay. The offense on the Chargers is what messed that game up. Defensively, Chargers did everything he was supposed to do, bro. They didn't get a touchdown until the last, 3 minutes of the game. So, it was it 6-3 going to the fourth? So that tells you what you need to know. This Houston defense can do the same thing. And if they get one interception or a scoop and score a fumble, they may score them on themselves, man. But when I think about this offense with the Texans, there's no Nico Collins playing this game because concussion. Patriots, Christian Kirk, of course, and Christian Gonzalez. We'll talk about Christian Kirk in a minute, but Christian Gonzalez is also probably out with a concussion. Christian Kirk, by the way, no Charlie Kirk, Stephen A. Christian Kirk had a hell of a game last week against Pittsburgh. I think he could possibly do this again against the New England team. I would wonder what his over under as far as catches and props and like yards. I would kind of be curious on that, but they can't run the ball very well. I actually will look at Woody Marks rushing props. I know Woody Marks is, bro, all they did the last, 5 minutes of the game against Pittsburgh was just run the ball, and it was efficient. You can run the ball on New England, and you can pass the ball on New England if there's no Christian Gonzalez. So I definitely see opportunities for CJ Stroud to make it happen. But the problem is going to be is CJ Stroud. My light skinned brother, you got to stop being light skinned, bro. Muffin snaps, not paying attention to the ball. You know, it is. Trust me, he almost gave that game away to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh had some momentum off that. There was a play that got me with CJ where he was under pressure and he had at least some green. He could at least got maybe anywhere from 2 to 5 yards rushing, but he decides to throw it and it gets picked off when you're already within the 20-yard line of the opposite tie, where you can still score a field goal, worst case scenario. You try to get greedy and throw a pass that gets intercepted. This is more of a mental thing for CJ Stroud. And I believe if he can fix it up again, this game against New England, they have a great chance to win this game because offensive line for the Patriots has been shaky. Will Campbell, as much as I think he's going to have a promising career in this league as an offensive tackle, he was getting ate up. And I think Will Anderson could possibly do the same thing. I know they're, SEC rivals, and he may know a little bit something about that, but this defense is legit, bro. You only got to worry about Stephon Diggs as your main receiver threat, and shout out to Travion Henderson, shout out to Raheem Stevenson. If they can somewhat contain them, they're going to get the yards, but if they can somewhat contain them, I see it being very easy for the Texans to win this game. And lastly, Sunday game, I think it's like 6 o'clock game. You got the LA Rams traveling to Chicago, take on the Bears. Bears, 3.5 point underdogs. I will go Rams to win and cover. I will wait though if you like the Rams and see if that 3.5 goes to -3. Because I'm sure we're gonna get some Bears money eventually. Because Most public people love the Bears. That's just how the Bears always are. You always see Bears in all type of tickets. But I'm actually looking at this total, 48 and a half. I like it going over. This Rams team let Carolina score 31 points on them. You know they're going to score possibly 30 points on you. And this secondary for the Rams is very mid. So you got to worry about Rome Odunze and DJ Moore and Luther Burton, Custer Loveland, Cole Kmet. And Caleb Williams made one of them little wild on the run throws, which he's very capable of doing. I mean, y'all know how it's go, man. And Stafford gonna get their lunch because the Bears defense isn't that good either. The Bears defense is not good. Actually, the crazy thing about this over under opened at 51 and a half. So I'm assuming sharp money came in, took the under, dropped it down to 48 and a half. I actually still like it going over because I could see it being worst case scenario if the Rams make it close that they did against Carolina. It can be a 27-24 game, a 28-24 game, 28-21 game, right? 28-21 game, that's 49. So I do think points will be scored. McVay's an offensive genius. Ben Johnson has been an offensive genius. But for the Rams, if they get physical with that run game, I don't see how the Bears can stop this run game, and I do think the Bears may be able to lose this game because the Rams are going to pound, pound, pound. But the Rams have to be in rhythm. That's the only catch. They have to be in rhythm to order to win the ground game and to win the game outright. But let me give y'all some teasers, man. So you can take my advice on this. I think this was I'm about to say makes more sense. So 7 point teaser. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to you like this. DraftKings has Bills plus 1.5. Tease that up to 8. All right, 7 point teasers until make it 8.5. The 49ers from plus 14 and a half. Well, 14 and a half would be the new number. Texans plus 10 and a half or 10, depending on where you get your number at. And then the over under on the 48 and a half for the Bears Rams, tease that down and make it over 41 and a half. Now, you could do straight all four games in a parlay, or if you don't want to wait, you can do two on Saturday, two on Sunday. I think either or, bro. Realistically, this should hit. Realistically, it should. Teasers are very, you think they're very easy until you be like, damn, I lost by a point or two. So I'm just letting you guys know that, man. But that concludes divisional round picks and predictions, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, man. And for my Patreon users and YouTube subs, I will get more focused into college basketball a lot more. I wish I could find somebody. Look, I might have to find somebody on social media who's big on college basketball so they can maybe help me out a little bit throughout the weekdays and we can do some more content on here instead of having to wait until March. All right. So I'm trying to find that happening because you guys know besides football, college basketball is really my thing. So as always, man, let's get this money out here, man. Let's continue to wave and the good vibes, bro. And let's be safe as always, bro.